Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast. Firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your response on our episode. It really means a lot to us. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our next guest. He is my very dear friend. He's a footballer, and he's also a fellow UAE kid, just like me. Kashish Chandnani. Firstly, thank you so much for being
I'm
here.
happy. Thank you for calling me.
We love to have you here, and also, I just wanted to do something different and have have a footballer here. I think everybody who knows me knows that I know nothing about the game, so I'm just clarifying that if anybody has any,
Fair.
yeah. But as I said, and I was talking to you off camera, and I came to know that you kind of do a lot at the same time. Like you're also working full time. You're also
Yeah.
starting to coach people, right? You're also doing all
Um,
that. So give us a little bit of what's going on.
Yeah, so I mean, I do train, obviously, but then there's also, you got to earn some extra money, you got the young blood, Zada Paisa. So, job is
Yeah.
also there, and then I just started coaching right now. It's not like a very huge level or something. It's just that I've been training for so long, so I've got that experience. So, if anyone wants any help or something, then yeah, I just go on to them.
Hit him up, yeah.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
You want to coach? I'm right
Yeah,
there.
this is very nice because it's very unconventional. In general, I don't have any friends who do this.
Yeah.
You're taking your hobby to one step ahead. Right? It's not like you just playing for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Now. You're kind of getting into actually what it is and
Yeah,
right?
it is. It does so basically it's just it started off as fun, but then eventually it's what, if I can earn some money out of it, then why not go for it? It's
Yeah,
Dubai,
makes
you
sense.
need money.
Oh, yeah,
So
makes sense. And I know you for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact that one of the things about Kashish is that you haven't grown up in Dubai. You've grown up in Ajman.
yeah,
Right?
Ajman.
Ajman. I
Yes.
actually have very less friends. I can count on my fingers how many people I know in Ajman. But I've always heard the best things about growing up in Ajman from them.
Who are these people who
No,
tell
but
these guys
honestly, no, they always say actually I prefer growing up there compared to Dubai. But what is your experience when growing up?
So, I mean, whoever I've been talking to, or all of my friends for that matter, they all said Ajman, gaon mein rehta hoga and all that. But yeah, I mean, it is peaceful, and I still would prefer Ajman over Dubai because obviously spent my entire childhood over there.
Yeah.
People have seen me grow up, and I made a small family over there, the barber, the watchman, or the grocery guy. Everyone knew me out
Yeah.
there, so it felt like a safe space. So yeah, I do still love Ajman. Obviously, the rents way cheaper
Way affordable.
compared to that,
Yeah,
compared to Dubai.
yes. I also whenever I talk to my friends, they always make it a point to tell me how cheap it is to get my eyebrows done there. There's always one thing that I'm missing out in Dubai that Adman does better or any other place does better is prices.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Of things,
So
right?
my mom also, if she has some parlor work, she'll be like, okay, drive all the way to Ajman from Dubai and then come back
Who
over
cares
here.
about the fuel price?
Exactly. Oh, सस्ता है वहाँ पे. अरे, there's a lot more things going on in this.
Yeah, logistics doesn't make sense there.
It's just that comfort person is over there. Yeah, sometimes I know in Ajman, I just go to my barber because he knows how to cut my hair. So
Right.
obviously, Ajman is at the top for me.
At the top, yeah. But how? And you've also done your college here, right?
Yeah.
You've done school, college, your whole life's been here.
Yeah,
right?
born and brought up like a
Born and
proper
brought,
Dubai kid.
born and brought up with Middle East blood. Yeah, pretty much. But also, let's get into okay, I know growing up, you must have obviously started. I think football for you must have just started with your friends, right? In your building, right?
So initially, it started off with athletics. I used to be in the school athletic team, and then when I moved from my junior school to high school, football was mad crazy over there. So I started playing football over there, and then I just started falling in love with the sport, and then ever since then it's just been
Is it
football.
I just have a question as a non-football watcher.
Yeah.
But does gaming on FIFA and stuff have an effect to your increasing your love in football, or how does it work with when you game and then actually play? Is it gaming that helps?
Nah, to be fair, I don't play FIFA that much.
Oh.
It is very. I mean, back in school, yeah, I used to do that, but since the past, I'd say 4 or 5 years, I don't play that much. Obviously, one of my very close friends has a console at his place, So when I'm at his place, we will play a game or two.
Makes sense.
But apart from that, I'm not like
At
that
it all the time.
hardcore. No.
Yeah.
And I don't think it makes a difference because that is just completely different.
totally
You're in a
different.
room on
Yeah.
a controller, and going out and physically playing is completely different.
It's like, dude, I used to face this thing where people would genuinely judge me because I didn't play FIFA.
Yeah.
Like it's like a culture of its own, right?
Yeah.
Like playing FIFA like on like a console.
Yeah, I mean over here, yeah,
It is a huge, like
it's a very big
anywhere,
thing.
even in the US, like anywhere, it's like an actual thing where like people will sit on like the whole day of Sunday and just play FIFA for like 10 hours. Like people don't sleep in the night if they don't
I mean,
play.
it
Like,
does give a certain amount of happiness, I would say.
Yeah.
Like you just
Yeah.
forget everything.
Validation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
everything, just get on the console,
Yeah.
don't care about anything, just go and
yeah,
start
because you don't
playing.
have
So I
to
like
train
that.
for it. You don't have to
Don't have to do
have a
anything.
diet for it. You don't have to do any of it, right? Like,
Trust me, if that was the case, yeah, we would be at top level.
yeah. So I mean, injuries must be like a really big part of growing
Yeah.
up with this game, right? Because you're growing up playing this for like 20 years, more than 20 years
Yeah.
now, right? Like where it's like you must be just like, should I even go with this right now? Like,
Yeah,
how's it going?
I've had injuries which have been pretty bad, but it's never like got me to fall in out of love for the support. Like I was like, you know what, injury here, it's fine. I'm young, I'll recover, I can start playing again. But it's my parents who become the problem over here because
Yeah,
they're like,
right.
okay, injured, shit, now he's hurt, he'll have to be on medication or like treatment and everything, and then you know they're like, stop playing, खेलना छोड़ दे, क्या है ये सब?
We need to make sure that our kid has really good insurance.
Exactly.
Like, our one kid, we have to spend so much money on insurance. Like,
I feel like the whole concept of medical insurance came in the family because I was getting injured a lot. उसके पहले it was
That's
nothing.
very funny, yeah,
Like
yeah.
घर पे कुछ भी आप पैंडल खा के सो जाओ.
exactly.
It was like that.
Yeah, crocin or like
Yeah.
like cough syrup khalo. Like it's
Yeah,
anything.
it was
Yeah,
like that. But then, I mean, I still play and I'm still recovering from an eye injury right now.
Oh my
so-
god, mid injury.
Exactly.
Mid injury session.
But then
yeah.
I've not had any injuries which have been like so bad that I had to like get
Right.
out of the game for a while. There was one lower back injury that
Oh my
went on for like 2 to 3 years because
Oh, right.
I ignored it, and eventually it got to a point where I was playing with the pain, so I didn't care about it. But then just recently I had this very bad episode of my lower back thing where I was playing, and then after playing I was just lying down and then I couldn't get back up. So like my back just froze.
This is like
Uh,
like you know how people have sleep paralysis and things like
Yeah.
that, right? Like it's kind of like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
I
you're
was just
stuck
like,
in that.
yeah, I was trying to get up and then I was like, shit, what do I do now?
Mm-hmm.
So then I was just lying down for like a good half an hour,
Oh
and then I
my
was like,
God.
somehow I just like, you know, okay, fine, calm down. कुछ ना कुछ हो जाएगा.
Yeah.
Got up, went to the car, drove myself back home some way or the other.
Oh my god, this just went on and
Yeah.
on. Like,
Like you know, I was driving
Yeah.
like my car seat was entirely reclined like that. I was like,
oh my god.
कैसे भी करके
my
पहुंच
God.
जाऊं.
Oh, and you're still playing right now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
change
yeah.
it,
So then I started going to a physiotherapist, a very good physiotherapist. She helped me out, gave me a few stretches, a few exercises, and
Yeah.
started working on that. And then luckily, I can say like now, I think about 95% that injury is gone.
Oh,
Don't
nice.
feel that
Oh,
pain anymore.
almost
Yeah,
done.
exactly. Yeah. So obviously you eat good. That helps as well with recovery and all. So yeah, now I can say that
Yeah.
that back injury is in the past right now.
Right.
Because I feel like to a certain point it did hold me back from performing to a good level. And in the football world, if you don't talk about it, like I think it's like a main thing that we won't talk about our injuries or anything a lot. We'll just be like, screw it, we'll play.
We'll bear it.
Yeah, we'll bear and we'll play. So you don't talk about it, eventually you're gonna perform bad and then you're out. So,
And especially in this kind of thing, right? Like as a sports person,
yeah.
it's like performance. Everything is performance,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
that depends on health, right? Purely, like
Yeah.
it's just how healthy you are that day,
Yeah.
right? How well you've like disciplined yourself, right? Like
Exactly,
throughout the
yeah.
whole year, or like, I mean, I can't even imagine what actual footballers like. have
Yeah.
to- like
I mean, for them, it's like I've seen a few routines of pro footballs and all, and I just feel like if I knew all of this back when I was a kid, because in my family, there's no one who is hardcore into sports.
Right.
It's just like me, who's the
Who's-
first one to come out of it, and I didn't have any knowledge about it. All I've done is by talking to people, watching videos here and there, and it's all like self-taught. So I
Correct.
just feel like if I had a certain guidance when I was a kid back then, I think it would have been an entirely different ballgame coming to
and
now.
I think this depends a lot on culture also,
Yeah.
right? This kind of depends because, like, again, it's more of like Asian kids in general, we're like more into like, oh, like study now.
Yeah.
Like first 10 years of your life, you have to only study.
Exactly,
Like 20
yeah.
years of your life. Like that has to be done and then you do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Right? Like but that never happens.
That scam comes beta 10th board hai, uske
Yeah.
baad maze karna.
It
Then
never
12th
happens,
board.
yeah.
Yeah. Now college, okay, fine. College is
Yeah.
there. Beta get a job,
Get
that's
a job.
fine. Beta shaadi kar le, bacche kar le, uske baad.
That's what.
Yeah.
It never ends, right? You never.
It just keeps going on and on,
There's
yeah.
never like a point where it's like, oh, you want to play sports? Yeah, do it. Like,
Exactly.
do you want to play the violin? Like, okay, yeah, make it your life. Like, there's not.
There's not much supported.
It's kind of like
for us,
everybody
yeah.
doing the same thing. Like in Asian culture, it's like your parents, your grandparents, everybody has been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and they're used to that one.
That one thing, yeah, but can't even blame the parents because that's what they've been taught when they were kids.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, you know what we've been taught, we're just trying to pass that down onto, I'd say, us right now. But then it's just that, look, there's so many new things happening right now.
Yeah.
Don't want to just stick to the typical norm of like, ki
Correct.
20 mein naukri, 25 mein chokri, and then 30 mein bachche and all. You can't do that.
You can't do that, yeah.
I mean, people are at peace with it now, but then it's just that, there should be, I feel like every person should have that one thing, where when he or she is performing that activity, you don't care about anything else in the world. Like, you have no obligations, no responsibilities.
Correct.
And for me, football is that one thing. When I'm playing or training, I'm happy. I don't care about anything else. It's just me and my friends out there, one ball, and that's it.
Right. So, I mean, one of the things I really wanted to get into is this thing where it's like, I'm glad you brought it up because, like, I feel like Asian parents versus like what you want to do in life, they're like two different things,
struggle,
right? It's like it definitely, like for you, how has it been like in terms of like convincing your parents, like, hey, I want to still do this on the side, like I'll do my full-time job, but I also want to do this.
I've still not been able to convince them entirely. They still are against it, and so I've been lucky enough that my dad has built a business over here. So then there's that Asian thing. Okay, the dad has the legacy, then it directly just gets down upon the children to carry on the legacy, and to a certain point, what the children want is not looked out at. And that's the same thing. It's like every Indian family out there.
It's also a Sindhi thing.
Yeah, a very Sindhi
very
thing.
Sindhi thing,
Ki haan, theek hai, businessman karega and all that. But I was like, okay, you know what? Okay, let's give it a shot.
Nice.
It was fine for a while, and then I was just like, okay.
If I'm getting to play football, then it's fine.
I had to make a deal. I'm like, you let me play, I'll work with you.
You let me decide everything here and I'll let you decide everything there.
Exactly, yeah. So then I started doing that. But then I think the main thing was when I started to get serious about football was during COVID, when we're all just like shut at home. There was nothing going on. And I was just like, okay, what am I doing? Because before COVID, my life was not exactly how it is right now. I've had a very drastic change during COVID. And in COVID, I started giving more priority to my health. So I used to go out, go for jogs or something, just do something by myself,
Some physical activity.
Yeah, some physical activity had to happen because there's nothing going on around, everything's under lockdown, can't be playing or something. And then at one point, I found these group of people playing in the park. So I'd go out and play with them.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So and then my parents, so my mom could see if I'm playing or not because the park was visible from our balcony in Ajman. So then she'd call me like, why are you playing? COVID is going on and all that. I was like, 50 log hai yahan pe, kuch nahi
Don't worry,
hone wala."
I'm only touching the football.
I'm not touching the players. So
so
that was there. And then I think at that was like a turning point for me that, okay, you know what, I need to focus more on this. And so those, I think 1.5 year of lockdown, I worked on myself, started eating good, started seeing online what is good for me, what is bad for me. So I started doing all those things.
Right.
And then...
Do you have like a fixed like footballer, like one person that you genuinely follow in terms of lifestyle or like something where you're like kind of trying to mirror what he did because you want
Well, it's not just one. There are a couple.
Okay.
There is obviously the giants, Messi and Ronaldo. 'Cause you can't just like follow one and not follow the other one. Both of them, they reach that level because they've done something.
For sure.
And I try to follow the lifestyle that they follow. There's this thing, fake it till you make it. So I am trying to do a lot of the things that they do so into my routine so that it can help me out with terms of diet, sleeping, training. And then obviously like when I joined a club, then that was like a very different ball game for me. My football perspective changed completely compared to what I had in school and what I was doing here. So then, obviously, after that, you meet a lot of the players around, who are much better than you, who've played at the top level. So you learn from them as well. So yeah, there are all these factors that did help me out to train and prioritize what I need to do.
Correct. I just have a random question. Like, I'm just
Yeah,
like from
go
the
ahead.
top of my head, like because I'm not an athlete, but like from an athlete's perspective, or like a footballer's perspective, like, do you think it's hard work more, less genetics, or like how much of genetics helps in this? Like, because I've always wondered this. Is it somewhere like that
I
the
don't.
genes of somebody kind of helps in this, or like is it more of like just pure consistency and like?
It depends. Like, I mean, my family's had business genes. I mean, when it comes to money making point of view, then yeah, then my Sindhi brain comes, okay, इसमें इतना पैसा होगा, उसमें उतना पैसा होगा. That is there. But it comes to this, I don't think genetics matter that much. Maybe on your health it might be. I'm not that well known about it, but it's just hard
Really
work
not,
and
yeah.
it's just the people you are with. Like, if there's this thing that I saw online that if you sit with 10 billionaires, you're the next billionaire. But if you sit with 10 poor people, you're the next poor guy. Because that mindset different comes in.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
if I want to be at a certain level, I have to play with people who have been at that level.
Correct.
Like, for example, there's at one point where in my previous club, the coach had played at the topmost level in Premier League. And I just got the opportunity. I got the opportunity to play in front of him just to showcase myself.
Oh my
Just like a normal
Right.
team training session where he was there, he was watching a match where he came to watch. So those are things like, it does give a happiness, a certain amount of happiness to me. Like, okay, fine, I'm playing in front of him. Like, he's going to see me. Maybe he might not notice me. That is up to him. But he's still there. So, all these things are there. And then playing with people who like ex-pros and they come down here and they start playing.
True.
So playing with them, it all depends on who you are with.
Correct. Yeah, you're the people you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It works with anything in life, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it is, right?
Yeah, like like when I know if I have to train, I want to train people who are better than me. So I will go out and play with them, train with them.
True.
And they will tell me that, okay, fine, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this you're shit at this, work on this.
Right. Yeah.
So
you get pushed actually.
yeah, and
right?
I've not had those typical coaching, like, like it's fine. So I've had like ekdam hardcore move pe, like
Dangal.
proper dangle
Dangal,
type, like,
huh.
like if I made a mistake, I would get slapped and all that stuff.
My God.
Yeah. I've had, you lose a match, my coach comes and tells me you lost a match because you were shit today. So it's like that.
You lost.
Yeah. I've had all kinds of experiences
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like there's
True.
a bunch in school and even when I was playing in the club. So there's a lot like that.
That's so funny though.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But also, one more thing that you mentioned was playing in a club, right? Versus like when you get out of school
Yeah.
and doing this informally, right? Like when you're
Yeah.
just playing like inter-house matches and then you go into a club. Like how, like, I don't think people know much. Like even I myself personally don't know much about the whole club scene here. Like how
Yeah.
does it work? Like how do you get recruited? Like how does this work?
So I was playing for under 23s back then, and then what usually happens is that they just put out Instagram posts that okay, we are looking for players, come down and give a trial with us, and then if it works out, then
Right,
go-
like a
go on.
tryout
Yeah,
thing. Huh?
go on and play. So so back in school it was not like that. Back in school, what we used to do is when you used the PE periods, yeah. So that's where my coach noticed me, and then he said, you know what, come for training in the morning the next day. And then I started training, and then became a part of the team. So, but over here is completely different.
Right.
Because when I went for my first club tryout, I saw kids who were playing since I don't know, like people of my age, but they were playing since they were like 6, 5, 4 years old, and they're playing at Al Wasl and all these big clubs, And I'm just there starting out as a newbie and everything. So that did kind of like give me a certain amount of nervousness. But then yeah, it worked out for the good. Got selected and then started playing. Within a year, became the captain of the under 23 team.
Oh my God! Wow.
So that was there.
Ooh, Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it does give a sense of achievement over here.
sure,
Like
yeah.
especially
Yeah.
being an Indian in Dubai, where you know that they're just gonna be like okay, go work and come back. No one's that focused in the sports field over here. So fighting against those odds, fighting against the other things out there, and just like hustling my way through it.
Right.
It is
Yeah.
hard.
It definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's a lot it takes from you as well, but then it's okay.
Yeah.
You want to do it, so you just
No
go
pain,
for
no
it.
gain. That's just how
Yeah.
it is, right? Like
There's
that's how the world works.
Lot of pain and no gain.
Minimal gain, yeah.
Very minimal gain.
Very minimal gain.
Yeah. My coach said this one thing which is there in my head, that football is a sport that takes away so much from you. It'll take so much of your life, but it'll only give you like this much.
Right.
And still you do it because you do it just for this much. So
Yeah.
it's like a deal that we know we've made, so there's no point of crying about it. Just go on and do it. That's
you just
it.
have to face what
Yeah.
it is, right? Yeah.
It's not in your hands. Just do what's in your hands,
Right.
focus on what's in your hands, and work on it, and then just go for it. That's it.
Totally makes sense. Also, have there ever been like, I mean, look, I know that you're like always on, like watching football, following football, doing all of this, right? Currently, also there's all
Yeah.
of football going on,
Yeah.
right? Who's your favorite team right now? Who are you following closely?
So at a club level, I follow Barcelona.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. And then at an international level, I follow Argentina.
Oh,
That's
nice.
plainly because I started playing football watching Messi.
Oh, okay, so he's the first
Yeah,
one.
my first idol. Yeah. So wherever he went, I just started following him. So I was okay. He's Argentinian. I'm following Argentina.
Yeah.
Playing for Barca.
Right.
I'm following Barca.
Isn't he playing in the US now?
Yeah, now he's playing in the US.
Yeah.
That is a very big story
Oh, yeah.
that happened back then, and it was. pretty
Are you happy
heartbreaking.
that he's there or no? Do you think he can?
I know that. So what the story is that not a lot of people know about it was that he was going to renew his contract with Barcelona. It was all out, like the paperwork, everything was ready. It was at 8 p.m. There was going to be an official announcement that he renewed his contract. A few hours before his renewal, he gets a call that he can't renew his contract because of financial fair play, and bang! In a few hours, his club. He's got no club. He's
Like
gone.
zero club right
Yeah,
now.
zero club. And then that interview happens where he's crying, and we're all just like, "Kya
Okay,
BT wale
he's not
din
getting picked then.
Exactly. Like, what BT is this? He has no club
my
to fit.
God.
I need to do Punarjanam to come and
Yeah.
play for something like that. I'm like, what is this happening and all? Yeah, and then
it
even
kind of like the fan base that you guys, your heart breaks, right, to see
Yeah.
this kind of stuff. Like seeing Messi cry and so it must be like really.
I still remember. I still took a few pictures of him crying, and I was like, and he even said, I didn't want to leave. I had to leave because of this.
Oh my god.
And then I'm just like, yeah, because he's come from the same academy and from rags to riches all the way to the top,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then after reaching at that level, the certain amount of respect or the loyalty that he should have gotten,
True. Yeah.
didn't get
for
that.
Sure. Yeah.
And even his joining story to America was very
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
if you think about it, like as you said, like you've seen him like as your first idol. Can you imagine how many people have just been onboarded onto watching
Exactly.
football just because of him, right? And then these kind of things, like with any player,
Yeah.
right? Like I mean, they are the reason that people watch,
Yeah, I mean-
right? Or play things or like fantasy football or like
exactly,
all
yeah.
of this is like
There's
around
so many, like,
your.
people treat them as gods. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously over here it is not that much, but if you go out and look around, it's just like
I remember a very funny thing I've seen on the internet. I don't remember which footballer, must be Messi only, but it was like I think somewhere in India and all they literally had his photo and they're like doing aarti and
yeah, that
like
was during
praying to him.
that was during the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like people are just like going crazy because even in India, like
Yeah.
there's, I think especially in the south, there's hardcore Argentina followers. So it's just like people went crazy. They're doing some vrats and pujas, yeah, wo and all. I was like,
No, literally, and also like I remember like since obviously I watched the FIFA match and all of it, right? And then I saw what happened after he went back.
yeah.
That was insane. The whole country is like literally like, and he's just that one person that they're all just like going crazy. Everyone's wearing his jersey. Everyone's it's like their religion is Messi.
Yeah, that
Right?
is like you can't mess with their
The
religion
kind
over there.
of like glory that a sports person can reach is
Yeah,
insane, right?
that is-
like for you, like imagine you thinking that you're somewhere thinking like, oh, you know what? I'm just a normal kid. I'm like doing this. Right? Imagine at that point for him,
Yeah.
20 years back, he's just like, I'm playing all of this. I don't know where
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
Exactly. And then teaching a point where he's completed football. That is
It's crazy,
exactly,
right? Where
and
life can.
Argentinians have this thing that they have this reputation that of being dirty players. They've started that thing, so it's just like you all play dirty with us. You can't do that. It's not gonna happen. So, and I would say to a certain extent did go on to being that dirty player. I'm a defender, so like shirt pulling, head bashing, kicking, and all those
And you
things.
don't get like reprimanded for it.
I mean, I've gotten
Oh, you
red
did.
card.
You did,
and
right?
I've gotten injuries. Like I got injury on my nose. I've gotten stitches on my head. People kicking my chest and my
Oh my
head and
God.
everything. There's been so much.
This is kind of becoming like American football. Like,
Yeah,
right? It's on the same
There's
level.
no
now.
gear or something. Just like it's there. I'm going with this guy just comes with his foot out of nowhere, and I'm like,
you have to, you know, right? The other person's also a human, right? Remember that? Like,
but you need to do something. Like, Now, if I see some built guy who's like built Russian bodybuilder kind of people, and I'm just like, okay. So people would be like, okay, you need to be, you need to be with keep a certain distance and all.
sober.
I'm like, hard mein jao. I'll go inside his body and I'll do something if I have to do. And I've done that also. Like I've had so many fights, like
Oh my
in
God.
the pitch, like when I'm
It
playing.
gets really personal.
Yeah, like
Do you think honestly, thanks to like FIFA happening in the Middle East, it like blew up here. Like, I mean, I never knew how deep like football was, like in terms of like how much people really follow it and all that. Like they
Yeah.
really love it here. Like,
I mean, I think
Middle
after
East-wise,
I
right?
think after the very big move of Ronaldo coming and playing to Saudi and all these
yeah.
top players, where he opened the gates for them, football took a very big, a hike over here in Middle East. So, and many people start playing and they're it's like, just the levels have gone higher that, okay, wait, if he's playing at that level, you need to make your level that level.
Correct.
Just go higher than
Yeah.
that to play at the top level.
Right. Like, do you think that because of this, like Dubai, in terms of like clubs and all that, is there like more resources being like injected into this, and like more people are like kind of.
There are more people coming into Dubai to play football right now because obviously they pay you and it's a good lifestyle over here as well.
Right.
So there has been an influx of players, I would say, over here. There's new teams coming out now and then, So yeah, it has I say in the past 1 or 2 years it has gone up. Like you see a lot more talent coming out and a lot more rules, I'd say being waived off just so that football can be a bit more fun over here.
Ooh, nice.
So that's
Okay.
there.
Nice.
There's been like a
So,
lot more
so the
changes.
government has been like really accommodating in that way,
Yeah.
right? Like, and
they
trying
have
to
been very nice and
push
very
it.
accommodating. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. But also, I've always wondered,
Yeah.
what is fantasy football? Like, what is this? Like, I have seen people like discussing this with a passion, like where they're like, what did you do? What did I?
Yeah.
But I've seen like guys in front of me, like in college, like just talking about it, like, and like being like, oh, are you doing this? Are you trading? Like, it's like what is this? Like, and
So
am I missing out something?
It's basically living 10% of a manager's life. What you do is basically you have a certain budget and you buy players according to that budget, according to the performance or, their stats of how many goals they score, their assists, or how many clean sheets and all these technical terms, and then
there is words to me.
There are all these technical terms, and then you gotta watch the games and pray that the result comes out in this way and all. And over here, I'd say it's a big thing because me and my friends, we have this thing where I am then like 3 separate groups. In one group, it's just the 2 of us. The loser of this buys pizza for the next person.
Ah, cute. Okay.
In
They're
one.
like harmless bets.
And then in one group, it's like everyone chips in 50, winner takes all. So it's just like that,
Some side hustle.
It's fun. It's just like a side entertainment of like what a manager does, and you analyze the player performance throughout the season.
Yeah.
So people who want to like see how a manager makes the decisions, this is like a very short thing, like a 10% of what he actually does from the overall thing. It is fun. It's like
fun,
entertainment. Like give us anything, we'll be happy with it. This is another entertainment.
This is another thing. Yeah. Apart from watching, playing.
Exactly.
And then playing FIFA.
Yeah.
And then you have this.
Yeah, this is also
It's
too
like,
stressful. At points, it gets too
it's
stressful.
like
'Cause-
everywhere it's that, right? Like for a fan, like as a football fan, you're like surrounded by options.
Yeah.
Like, do I want to play? Do I want to?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's crazy. Yeah.
You're thinking, okay, this guy's not performing. Okay, I have to take this card, but this guy's injured, so I have to do this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pain.
It's like you have to kind of analytically think about it.
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, what do I?
Exactly.
Oh my god. But okay, let's make it a little fun.
Go on.
I always somehow, whenever I've met you, we always talk about like funny, random stories of dates.
Yeah.
Right, like your experiences, like which have been like crazy here. I
Yeah.
always keep hearing from Neha. So like I'm always like you know that this, and I'm always no. Whenever she tells me or something, I'm like, why? How come you have no stories? Like you have zero stories, and like Kashish is like crazy, like living like
It's not romantic.
extrovertedly, like just everything, you know. But like, yeah, give us a little bit of what's going on. Like, how has life been?
Right now, dead. Dating life, it's dead.
But how is the scene in Dubai though? Like dating.
I think it's very money-minded. in Dubai.
Really?
It's not like all those fairy tales and all that stuff, you know.
Oh damn! Really?
Yeah. And I thought, yeah, I'm a football player. Shayad I'll be able to impress women and all that. Ganta.
Why?
नहीं मालूम.
Your school में in school, okay. When I remember, like growing up in school, it was like the coolest thing to date the football like captain. Like the football captain was always the most popular guy.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the captain back then,
Oh.
so and we had two different blocks in school, yeah. So the only thing which was the thing where people would notice us is the school team jackets, because
Oh yeah, it's like different from like
it's
everybody.
exactly. Everyone's
like,
wearing the normal blazers,
exclusive.
and like peasants.
Yeah. Yeah, you get you have like a proper like with it printed on the
Name is printed, school's name printed, my name is printed and all, you know. And even if it's summers, I'll be like
you don't care if you're sweating, you just wear it because it's cool.
It's just wearing, and because in our school we had this like our sweaters, they were just naam ka sweater, they didn't give any kind of warmth to us. So people would get their own hoodies and everything, yeah. And then eventually it became very strict that you can't wear anything. So people came down to this. Then we come in the class and enter the school with our jackets and everything.
You must be getting attention then from girls that time also.
No, in school I was a chomu. I was a big chomu in school. Kuch nahi kiya maine. Whatever I'd say a little bit of reputation that I got in school was when I came to 11th, like 10th, 11th, 12th, and I was also among the boys only. Football खेलता है ये. Otherwise, घंटे का आया anyone over there. कुछ भी नहीं था.
And like now also like with football, like trying.
It's all like, oh bro, nice and all. I'm like,
not with the ladies.
कुछ भी नहीं. Nothing with the ladies.
Yeah, because as you said, it's money minded, no? So they'll be like, unless you're like in like
next level kind of like, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए.
They'll be like, because if you write footballer and they Google you and they don't see that,
देखा.
then they're like,
कट गया मेरा. Like, अब मैं क्या करूँ? कुछ भी नहीं.
How is it in college? Like, because you went to college here.
Yeah.
How is the scene like of like? How is college life here?
Here तो पता नहीं क्या होगा college में. I didn't go college.
Oh, wait, it's easy to like. Wait, how much attendance you need?
I thought maybe I must have had like 2 years. I think I would have attended like 10 classes altogether or something like that.
You know, your parents might also potentially see this, right? And they'll be like, "Where is our money?"
This doesn't count for my parents. But I did the thing like, I just go to the smartest person in the class, go with that person, get the grades, and then it happened also. Like this one group project we had, I was like, let's try to put some genuine effort into this, like my college group only. And then I basically had a blunder, like what the part I was supposed to do, that was a blunder. It was absolutely shit. Okay. And then we're in the college canteen, she calls me and she's like, she gets mad, she's like, what the hell have you done and all, like you're not in a very high tone, but she's like, this is wrong, that is wrong, this is wrong, that is wrong. And I was like, shit.
Did you? But you went to a college here, which was, it's not Indian, right? It was not an Indian college, it's a British like, campus,
it is a
right?
British campus, but it was dominated by Indians. Okay.
That's what I was gonna get to.
I was like, जाऊंगा, foreigners मिलेंगे, मजा आएगा, घंटा, सब Indian ही मिलेंगे.
There are more foreigners in football.
Exactly. like घंटा इधर भी साहब वही इंडियन ही आ रहे हैं अपने पास नहीं चाहिए मेरे को ये.
Everyone wants that British degree.
And then another thing was that I come from DPS, yeah, and we don't have a very
oh, you're from a proper DPS.
yes,
oh my
proper
God.
dip side, you know.
Oh.
We have a very
Yeah.
messed up reputation.
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
Yeah, in terms of anyone who watches this as a Dubai kid, like,
Yeah,
they know
they'll
DPS
know.
is like
DPS, IHS, and all these this thing. Yeah. So I went and then I started gelling with a couple of people from IHS.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, fine, इधर है, उधर भी अलग drama चल रहा है. I'm like, this is problem with us, you know, like.
Anywhere you go.
Yeah.
No, but see, that's the thing. Like, I remember growing up here, there were so many things like that. This school, people are like this.
Huh.
That school, people are like
People
this.
like that.
Like, it used to be like a thing. Like, we all would like go for tuitions and all, and then you would like sit in separate groups in tuitions.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Whereas like
Yeah,
different
they have
schools sitting
that,
in
yeah.
different, because they're like, oh, I just like this.
Yeah, we had
They
that
were
enmity,
like,
you know, and especially coming from this thing like football teams and all. Like I was in DPS Sharjah, so against DPS Dubai used to be like a next level, like international game. You know, like oh, we're playing against you guys, finish.
it's
you
too
win.
personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, sub,
I remember in school it used to be so personal. I remember
Yeah,
like not just a specific, like any school that your school is playing against, you're like all the
Yeah.
time like look at them, look at that,
Yeah.
like what's wrong with them, what is happening?
It used to be
Yeah, they're
next
horrible.
level.
They're like it used to be. It is.
We used to
like
look down upon them, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very personal.
yeah, and it used to be mad. And then so I remember this one time when we were there's this tournament called Clusters, one of the biggest tournaments for at school level. So we reached the qualifying stage and we're playing against DPS Dubai. So we're just like, you know what? Okay, it's DPS Dubai now.
It's
Can't
serious.
lose to them. Yeah. Like we're ready to die, but we won't lose. Okay, like it was not a match. Before the match, like you know, we're all preparing for a war. You know, बस तलवारें निकालना बाकी था. बस वही करना था हमें. और कुछ
You're not practicing football. You're practicing like sword.
Yeah,
sword fighting.
Coach is like, boys, हारना नहीं है.
Butcher them.
कुछ भी करो हारना नहीं है.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
was like it was mad, you know. And then so I had this very good moment in the game where you know this guy just tries to get a shot and then keeper saves it, but then it is going, you know, and then just I come from back and then I have like a goal line clearance kind of moment, you know, and I was like, match bachaya,
Oh my God.
and yeah, and then we
everybody clap for me.
yeah, and then yeah, like pick me up in the air, throw me up and all that, you know. कुछ नहीं हुआ ऐसा, you know. I was like, what, you want to talk
And
too
all the
much?
girls are like, hey, come sign our
yeah, you know, like,
saying,
please sign my t-shirt and all that and all everything, you know. Nothing like that happened.
That's so
yeah,
cute.
and then because we were on the game, no, and then we had a chance to score. We end up scoring and all that, and then it just gets after we scored, so we're leading the game, and now the game becomes dirty. Like we're just pulling each other's shirts,
Oh my God.
headbutting each other and all that.
God.
Like you know,
Oh my God.
we were doing that. So when the game got over, okay, we won.
Yeah.
So we're like, now talk, and all that, yeah. Like, up to मैं full on, you know, we won against them. Like, up to मैं
Oh,
full on
yeah.
उनकी लूँगा. And then I'm just like, you know, I'm next level happy, like World Cup जीत गया मैं or something, you know. Like, yes, जीत गया and all. Like, now talk, and then my team is like, अबे चलना, he slaps me, he's like, अबे चलना, अबे क्या, खत्म match, let's go back. I was like, ठीक है. In 4th grade, yeah, I also got slapped by my teacher for saying shit.
Oh my God.
Like it used to be morning announcements, yeah, and we were like side school trip and all, okay, and suddenly morning prayer. I'm like, shit, man.
Dude, why
morning
is
prayer.
one second? Why is the DPS in a different country? Like the school, how I went, it was so normal and like see, nobody
Ours
is really
to-
like you know.
No, I think in 4th that when and even there was in front of the entire class, she slapped me. I was like, "Arey, I just said shit. क्या हो गया?"
Oh my God, this is so brutal.
I was shocked. I was like, "ये क्या बात हुई?"
This is very brutal.
Yeah, and even like so, I remember that year, yeah, when we all got these small notebooks and we were the teachers, yeah, they were writing notes and all that stuff, yeah, about okay, all the best for your future, do this, do that, and all, yeah. So everyone else's notebooks, yeah, they were filled with nice messages like, I know you will do this, you will do that, yeah. And then I go to her, she's like, dear Kashish, all the best. I was like, अरे इतना I was like, you wait now. You wait. Like, निकल यहाँ से. I went home, I tore that. I'm like, fuck, नहीं चाहिए मेरे को notebook.
All the best.
Yeah, because like all the class toppers and all, they're like, I know you will do good in future. You're going to be a good boy and all. Take care and all that. All the best. Not even like a smiley face or something. कुछ भी नहीं.
No exclamation
हाँ,
mark, nothing.
कुछ all the best underline. ये क्या बात है? Like, हटा मेरे को ये सब नहीं चाहिए.
Oh my god, it's amazing. You had a very different school experience than most people.
Yeah, but then I think all that, like, because our coach was like, I would say, so hard on to us, that to a certain extent framed me to be the man I am today. Because like, everything's been obviously very hard. It's been a hustle, So mentally, I can say I'm very strong thanks to like my training since school, because I've not had a very we've not had easy training methods. It's all been like hardcore, like go all in or go home kind of thing. So even at the club level and all, my coaches and all were not like very easy on me. Like if I'm screwing up, they'd be like, get out of the pitch. You screwed up, get out of the pitch.
Right.
So it is like, it does hurt you, but then also it just, I'd say, build your character. Like, you know what, I need to man up. I need to do this the certain way to be performing at that level. Because, if you have been given the responsibility of being the captain, you can't just let everyone down.
Correct.
So
you have like so many people like working with that.
Yeah. So exactly. So
and I feel like, especially being like a captain or being somebody like who's say a leader of something, like that responsibility of like your whole energy coming off to them is a very big responsibility.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
It affects everything.
Exactly,
right,
and it's not easy. Like first of all, you're trying to get into a market where not a lot of Indians have succeeded. So that is there. Then on top of that, you're fighting against your parents as well. That okay, let me go and play and all that. So background, there's so many things going on. Then you have to come and do it over here as well. And even like when I started playing, I wasn't. So I started playing at a club level at the age of 21, I would say. Before that, I had zero idea or zero knowledge of how football is supposed to be at a certain level. Uske baad it was just like, okay, play, kick the ball here and then. That was my idea. When I came here, everything changed. So, adapted to that, and then, in a year, I would say was a big achievement, and I'm still proud of that, in 1 year, I could adapt myself to a completely different football playing style, to being the captain, which is dominated by other people, like, other nationalities. So, to do that, I would say was a big achievement for me.
For sure.
And then the 3 years I was there in that, every year got some kind of award.
Awesome.
So, I feel very proud that, okay, all this that I've done is not because someone was there guiding me. Like, obviously, my coaches at that point were there guiding me and telling me, but from that phase of I would say from COVID till date is all I can say that it's all on me only. Like there's no one been helping me out. I did what I had to do. I was focused that okay, I need to do this, I need to do that.
Yeah.
I was working on it. So
True.
I think all that from my childhood, like a typical upbringing of a man, like fuck everything. You're tired, you're frustrated, you're sad, doesn't matter, get to work. So I've been having that upbringing itself since childhood. So I think that has helped me and shaped me to be who I am today. Like, no matter what, I have to train. I need to do a certain routine in the entire day, which I have to follow. Right. So I do that.
Yeah, true.
And I am pretty happy with what it is right now.
Right.
Obviously there's still a lot more I need to go up to right now.
Yes.
Like this is just at the very basic level where I am right now. There's a lot more levels I need to go to. Yeah. I'm still working on it. I'm side by side. I'm doing a lot more things. So
I've never asked any of my guests, but like, what is your go-to shawarma spot that you recommend?
Lafa. Any day, every day, Lafa.
Okay. Will you hate me if I say that I haven't had it there?
You haven't tried yet. No. You're not at the bike kid.
Yeah, we're gonna go after this.
You're not at the bike kid. You can't call yourself the bike kid if you haven't tried Lafa shawarma.
I'm not. I've tried so many things. I've never tried it, and 3-4 people have told me this. Like
you ask any, I'd say Indian Dubai kid, Lafa and Kook, Satwa.
Oh yeah. Kook I've tried.
That is the OG spot. Like, to a point where I'm frustrated going to Kook because every time I meet some other person I know, I'm meeting out like 4-5 years. I'm like, what are you doing? You're drinking chai over here and all,
Awesome,
me and my boys will go to Kook. We'll just be chilling there, doing nothing, Just like, okay, one.
These two places are iconic, right?
Yeah,
for the bikers.
That and then back when I was in school, Abu Shagara ka McDonald's. That used to be
What is Abu Shagara ka McDonald's?
You can ask anyone. Like that used to be like.
McDonald's it is.
It's not. It was famous for the wrong reasons because there used to be fights and all over there. You know, like, oh, you want to fight with me? Come here. Come behind Abu Shagara. Come behind Mega Mall. Because we used to fight over there. You know, being a part of those groups and like, you know, I'd say like.
Yeah, if we go right now, so there'll be something going on.
Now everyone's become saints and all. You know, now it's all died down.
Yeah.
But back then it's like, oh, you want to fight?
Yeah.
Come McDonald's.
It was so different back when we were kids, right?
Yeah,
Like, it was like a vibe, like honestly being here, yeah.
We used to be so crazy that we used to forget, like, we used to do homework in McDonald's, yeah. So then this one time we went for tuitions, and this guy just forgot his book in McDonald's. And then our teacher's like, "Where's your book?" He's like, "Sir, I forgot my book in McDonald's."
It's like on the same level as saying, "Oh, my dog ate my homework."
Exactly.
The same level as that.
It's like McDonald's now. What she's learning how to do accounts or what? Now, what do you want her to do with it? Go and get the book now.
Go and get it back, no?
Exactly. So all this.
That's so funny.
Yeah, right.
We had such and at that point, it was none of all this glamour.
Yeah.
Right? There was no
Back
marina.
then,
There was nothing. Like it was just that side of Dubai.
Yeah.
Right? Like the older part of Dubai, and everything was there.
And
right?
then whatever was Sharjah and Ajman.
Sharjah and Ajman. That was the extent.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing. Like till we I think in middle school very much like Burj wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The posh area used to be their city center.
Yeah.
Wherever you going, their city center. Oh wow, you're going to their city center. Mad.
Yeah, and we should watch all our movies there.
Exactly.
Everything. Everyone's going on a date there. I went for a movie once to their city center, and I was very excited because I was going with my group of friends, and like the guy I liked, he was there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was very excited, and I'm watching a movie or something. I go there and I see like one more other friend, okay, like who was watching a movie there with some other friend of mine, and I didn't know that this guy who I like had a crush on that girl. So he's like nicely aligning himself and sitting there only with them. And I'm like, why did I come? So basically, like their city center, you would literally bump into the whole world that we know, right? Like anybody you would
any
find.
school kid,
Anybody, your crush, your enemy, your
everything.
Like, teacher,
everyone was there, you know.
tuition teacher, everybody.
I like any birthday treats and all. There is city center.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I must have gone to their center like TGIF and all for birthday. And
that used to be you're giving treat in TGIF.
Yeah, big deal, huge day.
Yeah, now though.
Now that you don't go to Palm Jumeirah or something, you're like, what?
It's not drive on correct.
Yeah, it's exactly.
I don't want to go all the way there.
No, now though it's like Blue Waters where I'm going.
Yeah.
Like you're going to Blue Waters, for like to Brass Monkey, that's so cool. Like
Yeah,
now it's that. Before it was Dera City Center. Yeah.
Another good thing that happened in COVID was that one is the realization of the fact that there was nothing like obviously there's like all companies like they're shutting down, people leaving and all that, and obviously back then neither did I have a job or anything in COVID or anything, and then still at that point I still had a roof over my head. My dad was still providing for us. 4 people are eating 3 meals a day, sometimes even 4 or 5, and I think that is something that got to me like what, okay, wait, this guy is facing losses. Still there is food to eat for us right now, okay, regardless of people running away, people begging on the streets and all that, we still have a nice 3 BHK apartment to live in. We have food. We used to order also sometimes because they're like rose we can't eat. So I think at that point all the materialistic being attracted to materialistic things just died down for me.
I think humbleness, right?
Yeah,
that comes when
not just humbleness, just like looking up to him. This guy just like, I was okay, I can actually survive and be happy in this much as well. I don't need to have all the
marina.
All that extra fancy stuff and all. So from there I learned a good amount of what I need, when I need, and like now also I would say like to a certain extent when it comes to materialistic things, the only thing that excites me is football shoes or like sneakers or something. Apart
that's
from
like
that,
the max materialistic thought you have.
Yeah, exactly. Apart from that, like it's like a very typical Indian thing that I want to do is like, okay, wait, ab jo bhi karna hai, I'll do it for my parents.
Okay.
Buy them like just recently got a bag from my mom.
Oh,
that's the first, like me and my sister got a bag. It was the first branded bag in our family,
Oh my
and then we're like, kitne ka liya? I'm like, छोड़ो यार अभी.
Yeah.
पैसे अपने पास अभी ले लो यार.
पैसों की बात है.
Exactly. So that is there, and then like back then they wouldn't buy all that stuff, because they were taught something else, and we've
Yeah.
been having something else. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, okay. Just decided, you know what, up to the bag lena hi hai.
That's
Took
so
it, and then
sweet.
yeah, and the first bag is coming in the family, and then I told him like, okay,
Bagwati.
हाँ, like treat her like Bagwati, you know,
Yeah.
chashma pehna and all that, you
Aarti karo.
know. Exactly, I'm like, keep this bag safe at all times. Phone, चाबी गुम हो जाए कोई बात नहीं, bag रहना चाहिए.
Inside contents don't matter.
Yeah, bag matters, okay.
Bag matters. But so I just want, before we wrap up and like actually cut, but like I wanted to ask you. So we have this thing. We basically get our guest to write like one word down that really resonates with them, and it's
Okay.
something that they kind of live their lives by. Or it's,
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of pressure because it's one word, and
Yeah.
everybody just always looks at like one word.
One word, I have multiple words.
But I always tell them, ki, like,
Yeah.
have multiple words and then bring
Yeah.
it down to one, if possible. But
Can I
like,
add multiple words?
you can write it on multiple this thing
Okay,
if
yeah.
you want. But like, start with one word that you really think.
Okay.
That's it.
One word which I think. Okay, this is something which I think I am till this date.
Is it like multiple words?
No. I think there's two words broken down into one word. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the sticky note is small, right? I
Yeah.
think that's why.
I use the entire space.
Yeah, but like, let's show it to them. What is it? Man, child?
Yeah.
Why?
It
It has to be something inspirational. What's wrong with it?
inspirational.
It has to be thoda sa
Okay,
like.
so the reason why this is there because I still like, you know, I act like a kid around everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know, I'm like, bacha hai kya? I'm like, हाँ यार, I'm a child in a man's body, you know.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
I just keep fucking around, having fun here and there and all. Inspirational.
This will give you this I'll stick on you when you leave on your back. But I need like one which is like kind of nice.
Inspiration. Okay.
Yeah. Thoda sa inspiration, like as in thoda sa like that's your like daily like thing that you
Yeah.
feel like you live.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a nice one. This is the one you should have written,
Yeah.
hustler.
Yeah.
I love that.
Every day is a hustle.
Everything is about
Yeah.
hustling, right?
Yeah.
I think even the podcast I'm right now, it's all hustling. And also wait, I want you to sign it. Yeah.
Autograph.
I want you to
Nice.
autograph this. I might need it for later when you become famous. And then I'm gonna sell it on eBay for a lot of
This is
money.
my second ever autograph I've ever given.
Oh my god, you have? You've,
Once.
Oh my god, so cute.
this was when I was in school. We went for nationals,
Uh-huh.
and there, like the small kids, yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
know. They're like, okay, kaun hai ye log? Bade log aaye hain Dubai se and all that. The
Yeah.
kid comes to me like, can you sign on? He
That's
gave me a
so
single note.
cute.
I'm like, you want my autograph?
Oh my
Like,
God.
I was like, okay.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your second one.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
second
that's,
ever
yeah,
one,
that's
yeah.
so sweet. Yeah. But like, okay, so for everyone, for some context, we want everybody to write down a word that they most resonate with because I feel like it just kind of it's something to take away from the episode, and I feel like I feel like I take away this from this
Yeah.
episode for sure. Like I think our whole episode theme has kind of been this.
Yeah.
So I think it's really nice, and also I just would love for you to stick it on the board behind.
Go on.
So just go for it. Yeah. So we're down with number 2. Oh, we need a pen. We definitely need a pen for this, but yeah.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. Yeah, for the shot, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, wait, that's kind of sick there. Oh, we have a pen.
Oh,
My team is efficient.
perfect. Gotta hustle for this as well.
Yeah, you gotta hustle for everything. This is how life works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so awesome having you. It's been real. Like, it was a real.
Yeah,
nice,
it was a
real talk.
nice, genuine conversation.
Yeah, it's a nice, genuine conversation. I don't think like we got stuck at any point. I think we
Yeah.
just went with. I think we know each other also. That's
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I didn't know a lot of things about you that I came to know here.
yeah, I think it was a very informal kind of thing. Like, you
Yeah.
don't need to have to be like, hello.
Yeah, but also I never knew how much of a deep angle you have to thinking of things, which is really nice. I love that about you.
I mean, yeah, no one ever knew about it. Just
Yeah.
like keep it to yourself, and then like don't have to say when you don't need to say it. It's just like that.
I completely get that. But thank you so much. Anything last lines you want to say about
Uh,
our conversation? Or did you have a fun time?
yeah,
here?
yeah. I had a good time. I had a very fun time, and then yeah, just like to everyone who was listening, like, just like keep going, hustle for everything.
Yep.
You will reach at a certain point.
For sure.
Don't give up. You will.
For sure.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I hope that it actually goes out to everybody, and everything that we spoke about. I hope they take away something from
And
this.
if you're focused and you're committed, then It will happen. It'll
Yeah,
take
love
time.
that.
For some people, it's faster, but then just don't get jealous. Stay
Keep
humble.
hustling.
Keep going.
Stay humble.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
That's it.
Also, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And if you're here until now, like, actually, thank you so much for that. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below if you have any kinds of feedback. Everything is appreciated here. We're all doing something new, so it's really appreciated. And also, links are down below. And follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube. But yeah.
If you need coaching, call me.
And call him. I'm going to put his links down too. See you guys. Bye.